Hi everyone, it's Lauren. I am posting this video to tell you some very exciting news that we are expecting our second child in November. We were going to start trying to have a baby probably this spring. I know it's spring right now, so we were going to start trying around this time, but surprise, we got pregnant a little bit earlier than expected. So I thought it would be really fun to maybe start a pregnancy vlog and see if you guys like it. So I guess I'll just talk about some of my experiences and everything. So basically I wanted to surprise my husband as well as my parents when I found out. I was late with my period and I didn't tell my husband. So it would be like a super surprise because it was supposed to be approaching. I actually have this period app called PinkPad. It was really cool, and it kind of, you just document when you get your period, and it pretty much, it tells you Aunt Flo is coming when your next period is coming. So Aunt Flo was supposed to be coming and never did, so I just never really told my husband. And then I went to the store and bought a pregnancy test, and I like the digital kind that say pregnant or not pregnant, and the 2-pack, because all women want to take 2 just to make sure it wasn't a dud. And so sure enough, they were both positive. So what I did is I called my best friend and I asked her to go to the store with me, and we actually purchased a little iron-on that said I'm the big sister. And I ironed it onto, well, this is a funny story. I attempted to iron it onto one of Natalie's plain white shirts. That was the idea, and then I was going to have my husband come home from work like normal and have her like a little zip-up jacket, and when she would go to greet him, I would say, oh, I got Natalie a new shirt, why don't you go ahead and unzip her jacket, and it would reveal that she's a big sister. Well, it didn't exactly work out that way. First of all, my husband, what I wanted to do is I wanted to wind up at my parents' house that evening, so I said, why don't we go to eat with Mom and Dad this evening? And he said, okay, great. Well, I'm actually closer to their house than I am to our house, so why don't I just meet you there? Which really did make sense. We like to save money, so we don't usually want to, backtrack or waste gas for any silly reason. So, but I really wanted to surprise him separately from my parents just so I could get like a true, real reaction. Well, he was just very adamant about meeting me at my parents' place, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll have to figure something else out, I said to myself. So anyways, back to the t-shirt. So my best friend and I, we went to the store, we got this iron-on. I'm a pretty basic person, and I actually wash all my laundry in one load. I shouldn't really do that because my whites aren't exactly super shiny and everything. But anyways, that's what I do, and I don't really iron things unless I absolutely had to, which has been a very long time, obviously, because I hadn't used my iron in years, and it was broken. I mean, it would turn on, but then it would turn off. And so my friend and I are like, iron, and then she's cranking the dial and we're like, come on, just please work. So it didn't work, and it didn't adhere to the shirt at all. So what I did is I was running out of time. I was supposed to be meeting at my parents' house, so all we did is I just cut the packaging, the little piece of cardboard that said I'm the big sister. It was just showing you what was inside of the package, and I taped it on her shirt with like just like clear tape. But anyways, it did the job, and so I decided to tell my husband to come outside and help me get Natalie out of the car. And my parents always come out to help me as well, so I was like, well, just tell Mom and Dad I just want you, okay? And so I knew he probably thought something was up. So he was getting Natalie out of the car, and it was actually pretty cold that day. And so I had this jacket idea in my mind, which was supposed to be an indoor thing. So when I said, hey, Michael, while he's getting her out of the car, can you unzip Natalie's jacket? I think she's getting a little hot, or I don't know what I said, but he was like, it's pretty cold out here. I don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, just unzip her jacket, please. And so finally he did, and he was like, oh my gosh, you're pregnant? And it was a really cute reaction, and the second thing he said was, oh wow, so the baby's birthday is going to be like right around Natalie's birthday because we conceived in February last time. And I was like, yep, pretty much. Because when we were planning on when we were going to try to conceive, we kind of wanted each child to have their own birthday month for some reason. So, but, it doesn't matter. And it was actually really cute because he said she when he referred to the baby. That was his first thing. So I don't know if like deep down he thought it was a girl, he thinks it's a girl, or I know he doesn't, not that he doesn't want a girl, but all guys I think kind of want a boy, especially if they already have a girl. But it was just cute that he said that, and I kind of have a feeling that it's a girl, but who knows. And my mom's reaction, she's very, very sensitive. She was crying. It was great. We went inside and I just sat Natalie down and let Natalie run up to her Cece, which is what she calls my mom, and she's just like, oh my gosh, really? And just starts crying, like, because Natalie is her first grandchild, and this is her second, and it's awesome. Like, she always has the best reactions. So, anyways, that was the story of how I told my parents and my husband. Well, my dad also was funny. When he walked in the room, he was like, what? Because my mom's crying. Michael looks like something's going on. And I was like, Dad, look at Natalie's shirt. And Michael's like, he hasn't even seen it yet. Let him look. And so finally he sees it and he's like, congratulations. So it was all really awesome. And we actually waited. Well, we told immediate family. My husband has a pretty large family. So we told immediate family and everything. And just told them to keep it on the DL until we were 12 weeks, which is what we did last time. We just like to wait until the beginning of the second trimester just to make sure everything's okay. And actually, I didn't get to the doctors until I was 10 weeks, 2 days pregnant. So it was it was a long wait for me. So I was probably about like 6 weeks when I found out, because it seriously was like a month until I could get into the doctors. And everything turned out to be fine. The baby's heartbeat was fine, and she said there was only one baby in there, so no twins. And so that's pretty much it. And as far as symptoms go, my first pregnancy, I pretty much had like no symptoms whatsoever as far as like being nauseous or vomiting. There was maybe 1 or 2 times when my husband was cooking steak inside that the smell of it made me nauseous, but I never actually vomited. And that was pretty much it. But this pregnancy, I'd probably say about 7 to 10, maybe 11 weeks. I was pretty nauseous. I never actually did vomit or anything, but it seemed like every time it would be close to the next meal time, I would get hungry, and then therefore the hunger turned into like nausea, and I was scared to eat because I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to keep it down? And I would eat and it would make it feel better. So obviously they suggest to eat smaller meals more frequently throughout the day, so I've had to do that. For some reason, carbs really settle your stomach. Sorry, got cut off there. I was just saying how carbs seem to settle your stomach, or my stomach at least, and I know that's been the oldest trick in the book when it comes to nausea and pregnancy, but now being 12 weeks, I only get it every once in a while, so I think that's pretty typical once you hit your second trimester, that usually subsides. So I guess I've been slightly tired, but nothing to complain about. Been very lucky thus far in both pregnancies, so I just hope I keep trucking along and everything will be pretty smooth sailing. So I guess that pretty much wraps it up. I can show you a belly shot. There is not much to show yet. I'm not really showing. I know that my mom told me even before I got pregnant how they say that your second pregnancy, your uterus kind of just knows, oh, I'm pregnant, so it kind of pops out. And I guess I kind of noticed that, and it's kind of strange. Like, I've experienced a lot of bloating this pregnancy, and it's usually like at the end of the day, and I just look in the mirror and I'm like, oh my gosh, I look so fat. Like, I look so pregnant right now, but I think it's just like being bloaty, because in the morning, like, I don't have much of a belly again. So anyways, I guess I'll show you a little quick belly shot, or lack thereof so far. I guess this shirt is kind of loose, but yeah, I guess that's it. Little belly. So, not much there. So that's my belly shot and my pregnancy vlog for weeks 0 through 12. I am 12 weeks and 2 days right now. I turn a new week every Sunday. So tune in next time. Thanks. Bye.